Hello, in this video I'd like to explain to you how to use the app called Clips on your iPad or on your iPhone. As you can see on my iPad I have Clips and I have iMovie. Just to explain quickly the difference between those two, iMovie is a much more robust video editor. It's for your more complicated projects where you have a lot of editing or you're pulling video in from multiple devices, maybe screen recording mixed with a video of just you talking, whereas Clips is a much quicker app to use. There's less editing involved. It does a lot more for you, which of course gives you some limitations, but it also is a great way to make a quick, pretty good looking video with without spending a lot of time doing it. So let me take you into the Clips app. This is your Clips interface. As you can see, there's a big red record button in the bottom. When I press that button, it records everything I'm saying I'm doing. When I let go, it stops recording. And really, I could probably stop there with explaining how to use Clips. That's 95% of what you need to know. If I hit it again, it records and I let go and it stops. And I now have a video. It edits those two clips together for me automatically. As opposed to if you were using just the camera app, each of those, if I started and stopped using the camera app, those would have been two separate videos that I had to go in and edit together. In Clips, it sticks them together automatically. Now, of course, there is the other 5% that you might want to know about with Clips. And the other 5% is things like in the top there's a little arrow circle button. When I hit that, it flips my camera the opposite direction, and I could use that to record myself talking about a math problem, for example. So I could explain that you subtract 7, then you divide by 2, etc. And that would be a good way to use this Clips app. Also, just to point out, these soda boxes here, that's my tripod stand for my iPad I'm using right now. Let's switch this back around. You may have also, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but notice the love sign is backwards behind me because this camera that faces me is a reverse image. But when you use the camera that faces away from you, it's not a reverse image. So that's helpful to know. Some other things that are helpful is if you want to record for an extended period of time and don't want to hold that red button in, you can press the red button and slide up and it will change the button a little bit and it'll continuously record until I stop that by hitting it again. You also have the ability to rearrange clips. So I now have 4 video clips in my video. At the bottom there, you can see that the math worksheet is the third thing. If I want that to move into the second position, I just touch it and drag it to where I want it. I also have the ability to delete clips. If I mess something up, I can touch a clip and delete it. That's nice because I then don't have to start over. I can just re-record that one part. I also can select a clip and trim it. Hitting the trim button, I can trim the front or the back of the video, or both. I can mute the sound on a clip. I can add some effects. So effects include filters. You can add text to a clip, and you can change that text, and you can move that around and make it bigger using 2 fingers or tilt it using 2 fingers. There's also some stickers and emojis that you can add on to your clips. You also can go to this poster area and you can select some sort of title screens. They call them posters, but I sort of view it as a title screen. You could have a welcome screen or an introduction, and then when you hold the record button and talk, it adds that into your video. I can, of course, rearrange that as previously described and stick that in the front of the video. The button to the left of the red button, that's the live caption button, or live titles. If you use that feature, you can select one of these options where you want your captions to be, and it will automatically close caption this as you talk. I personally I think this does a really good job in here, but I typically don't do that as I'm recording. If I want to add captions, I'll add them in YouTube later. But it does a very nice job, and you might want to try that out. And in the top right corner, you also have the ability to add soundtracks or music. So there's some built-in soundtracks, or you can add music from your own device. And that's really all there is to using Clips. It's a quick, easy, minor video editing program. This is a great way for you to introduce yourself to your students. It's also a great way for you to have students to introduce themselves to you, or you could ask them to explain something in 60 seconds or less using Clips, or you could do larger projects with your students using Clips. When you're all done, or they're done creating their video, you'll hit the Share button in the bottom right corner, and that allows you to save the video. The Save Video button there, that saves directly to your device. Or you could do what I often do, which is I save directly to the OneDrive. You do have the option to upload directly to YouTube. Personally, I don't choose that option because I like to have a copy in my files in addition to being on YouTube. So I save it to OneDrive first and then get it to YouTube later. Okay, so that's the basics of using Clips. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me and I'll try to help you out. Thank you.